us a little bit more about the project from your perspective.
Yes, certainly. Well, in about 2003, the Arts Development team were thinking about how to support local artists and bring them out more into the community. And simultaneously, staff at the Arts Institute Bournemouth were also thinking about that. And we came together and planned this project to show artists' work in the lower gardens, because in Bournemouth we have so many lovely outdoor spaces.
Yes.
And, the lower gardens suits this kind of work so well.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, and it's developed from that every year, a new exhibition, new students, and we've learned a lot along the way.
Fantastic. So how many years has it been going with the students?
Since 2003, I think, was the first year, yes.
And is it always called the Cradle exhibition?
No. Each year the students give it another name.
Right.
So it has their identity, their sense of their own work within that name.
Yeah. And why did you call it the Cradle exhibition, Simon?
Do
you know?
I think it just came up as like a playful sort of name that relates to like Bournemouth, really. I think it's just quite sort of playful, and kids like Cat's Cradle, and
Cat's Cradle.
It just relates to like quite a childish, but I don't know, the beach sort of feeling that you get when you go down the beach, and I think it relates quite well to the gardens.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say that this was a project that is sort of mainly focused at sort of families or the younger generation, or who's it for?
Well, I really think it's of interest to so many different people. I mean, I've just walked through the gardens now, and I've seen older people with younger people enjoying the different artworks. I mean, it's to try to encourage the wider community to see the sort of work that students living in our town and working in our town are capable of producing, and trying to encourage people to recognise that work, and that we're trying to keep students here in Bournemouth and not for them to go away always to London and Bristol and so on. We've got something to offer them here, and we want to support them, and the local community need to know that and see that.
Yes, definitely.
So that's why.
Yeah, because I suppose that's the thing. We sort of nurture all this talent, and then it sort of goes off, and you think, but we want you. We want you to stay.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And we know that a lot of people are staying and coming back. Yeah. So things are changing.
Yeah.
And so this exhibition raises the profile of all that.
Definitely, there is a sense of the sort of artistic community really strengthening and growing in Bournemouth Pool and over in Swanage as well. And I mean, it's quite exciting times, isn't it?
I think it is, yes. I think nationally there's a great change, a sea change, and all kinds of different communities. I mean, even within the council, for example, people who wouldn't normally have anything to do with the arts are beginning to understand the value of the arts, even to help them deliver their services. And I mean, this project, for example, is a partnership with the Parks and Countryside team as well as the Arts Development team.
Yeah.
And they've been heavily involved and are crucial to this project.
Yeah.
And so the students have to learn all kinds of things about risk assessments, about suitability for the public to touch their work or not.
Yes.
And health and safety. And so the team involved, the Parks and Countryside team, are a great contribution to all that.
Definitely, because I suppose those things we never used to think about in the past, but now these days there's so many criteria that have to be met, isn't there?
Absolutely. And as another thing this year we wanted to mention was that the gardeners have actually selected a piece of work.
Right.
And given a special trophy called the Gardeners Award. And so that's a way of involving them a little bit more deeply and giving them some sort of real involvement in the work.
That's a really nice idea. Do you know who's won it yet, or is that going to be...
Yes, no, it was Laura... just quickly remembering her name. She did the signpost, Laura Faulkner. Her piece was called Where Are You Now?
Yeah.
And it's a signpost piece at a crossroads. And I think really they chose it because of its suitability for the situation it was in.
Yes.
I mean, you could easily walk past and not notice it, and yet when you do, you see that it's something quite special.
Yeah, I think that's so. I love that when you sort of you just walk out for a walk with your family, and suddenly you come across something unique, different. You know, you just think you're just walking through the lower gardens, and there's the beautiful flower beds and all the things that are normally there, and then suddenly there's this whole other element there, which is it's so exciting. Isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah, very good. And you've got this a sort of exhibition brochure with all little bits of information about each of the artists in. So if people are down there wandering around, are the people kind of handing these out, or can they pick them up? Simon, what's the, are the students down there?
Yes, there are 6. There should be about 6 stewards going around at any one time.
Yeah.
They'll have a Cradle t-shirt that's red with white sort of design and logo on, and they should be handing out flyers, and you can ask them. They can probably give you a bit of a tour or talk to you about it.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you as a student to be part of something like this? Is this your first exhibition outside of the AIB, or have you been involved in other ones?
No, it's my first public exhibition. It's really quite exciting, to be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I really like it, and I like watching people walk past, having a double take, and I class that as a compliment in itself. And then if they come up to you, then just have a little chat about, oh, that's my artwork, what do you think?
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose, Rachel, the nice thing about this kind of exhibition is that, you know, it just takes the general public unawares. It's not like, you know, if you've got an exhibition in a gallery somewhere, you know that the people that are going there probably are interested in art and all that kind of thing. Whereas with something like this, people are wandering around and they suddenly come across it and become intrigued by it. So you're actually reaching people in the community who might not normally actually be interested in art or go to something like that. What's it been like for you to be involved in this? Have you got a family that's come to see your work and things like that?
Yeah, it's been quite interesting. I haven't had anyone in my own family to come and see it, but I've had like a lot of friends and people like, who I work with and things to like see it. So it's been good for them to like see my work, because I used to always like work outside anyway. So like it's kind of followed on from what I was doing before. So like now I can actually do it proper, like outside, and get like non-art people and arty sort of people to see it, which is like quite good. Yeah.
So what other environments have you worked with outside? Do you work on the beach? Do you use the beach?
Yeah, I did use the beach a bit, and the rest of the lower gardens, like further up, I used to do stuff there, like just like little things, nothing like too major, but and just like the woodlands, things like are in the area. So
fantastic. And Robert, what about for you? Where do you think this is going to lead now? For you,
this is the first time I've done something in a public space.
Yeah.
But I think I'll probably go back to a white cube place where we normally do our work. We have like a little cube in our studios.
Yes.
But as this was like a scarecrow system, I'll probably like make scarecrows again. I was thinking maybe making scarecrows for bears or something, like big scarecrows. Trying to scare bears away. Maybe like protecting like a pot of honey or something.
Fantastic.
So kind of, I like the silly kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, normally I draw. This is the first kind of sculpture I've done.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely carry it on.
Yeah.
It's been pretty fun.
That's great. So this one idea you could now take into all sorts of different themes and create a sort of a whole series of scarecrow.
Yeah.
Protecting scarecrows.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So it's been quite good. I was thinking bees as well, because it's been quite good to do the one about the squirrels, because of the whole. Like Brownsea Island has the red squirrels.
Yeah.
And the red squirrels, obviously, like the grey ones have killed them off.
Yeah.
And at the moment we've got a problem with the bees, haven't we? Like our bees are dying. So it'd be quite fun to make some kind of piece, like making these little bees out of fur and stuff, and maybe make a piece about that. So it's quite good.
And raise awareness as well.
But in quite like almost like a carefree way.
Yeah.
Like not too serious.
Yes.
But kind of in a bit of a silly way.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, it's so exciting sort of hearing all your ideas, and it's making me feel decidedly uncreative. I've got to get a bit more creative. So, Jill, what's next for the Arts Development team? What are you planning next after this?
Well, in terms of this exhibition, there'll be an evaluation of how well everything's gone. We do that every year and learn from what happens each year. And so the next year we'll start planning it probably later this year. And next year is the Bournemouth 200 bicentenary celebration. So perhaps this exhibition could be part of that and raise its profile even more.
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing we learnt previously was that we needed a manager, perhaps more of a manager, to manage this project. And this year we've had Zoe Sinclair, who's an artist, as you've already said.
Yeah.
And it's made such a difference to have her there and to bring it all together.
Yeah.
And she's really raised the profile of the exhibition. She's done some brilliant publicity.
Yeah.
So we want to thank her for that.
Fantastic. Well done, Zoe. Thank you all very much for coming in.